Hey everyone, and welcome! Today, we're going to break down one of the most powerful, and I mean truly powerful, yet simple tools for building wealth, the Systematic Investment Plan, or SIP. You know, if you've ever felt that investing is just too complicated, or that you need a ton of money to even get started, well, stick around. This is for you. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with the challenges everyone faces, then introduce the SIP as the perfect solution. After that, we'll dive into how it actually works its magic, clear up a really common point of confusion, and then finish up by showing you how this thing can basically put your financial future on autopilot. Ready? Let's go. You know, for so many of us, the whole world of investing just feels off limits, right? It seems like this exclusive club for experts who stare at complicated charts all day and somehow know exactly when to buy and sell. And that feeling? It stops so many people dead in their tracks before they even begin. And then there's this one. This is probably the biggest myth of them all. This idea that you need a huge pile of cash just to get a seat at the table. But what if I told you that's just not true? That there's a way to start building real wealth with an amount you probably already spend on coffee or streaming services every month? Well, that brings us right to the solution, the Systematic Investment Plan. This thing was practically designed to smash through those barriers, making investing simple, disciplined, and seriously smart for pretty much anyone. So what is it, really? A SIP isn't a thing you buy, it's a method you use. You just pick a set amount of money, whatever works for you, and that amount gets automatically invested, usually every month, into a mutual fund you've chosen. The key here is consistency over a big one-off investment. This is the perfect way to picture it. Remember having a piggy bank as a kid? It's just like that, but this piggy bank is on another level. Instead of your money just sitting there collecting dust, a SIP puts it to work, giving it the chance to grow and grow over time. And just look at these features. You can start with a super small amount, sometimes as little as 100 rupees. Because it's automatic, it builds amazing financial discipline without you even thinking about it. It's flexible. Life happens. You can pause it or change the amount. And maybe most importantly, it actually helps you handle the crazy ups and downs of the market. We'll get to that. Okay, so how does this simple automated method actually build some serious wealth? Well, it's not actual magic, but it's powered by two incredibly powerful principles that are working for you constantly in the background. The first one is called rupee cost averaging. Now, I know it sounds a little technical, but the idea is pure genius. Since you're investing the same fixed amount every single month, you naturally buy more units of your investment when the price is low, and you buy fewer units when the price is high. This automatically averages out your cost over time and completely removes the stress of trying to time the market. Okay, look at this example. This is where it all clicks. In January, your 1,000 rupees buys you 10 units because the price is 100. But in February, oh no, the market dips and the price is cut in half to 50. But wait, your same 1,000 rupees now buys you 20 units. You just got twice as much for the same money, automatically taking advantage of that dip without lifting a finger. That's the power of this. And that brings us to this second principle, which you've probably heard of. It's the absolute legend of wealth creation, the power of compounding. This is where your investment returns start making their own returns. It's a snowball effect that starts small but becomes an unstoppable force over time, creating truly exponential growth. So let's see what this looks like with a real number. Let's just imagine you start investing 5,000 rupees a month. For a lot of people, that's a doable amount. Now, check out this chart. This is where the magic of time really shows up. You see that growth in the first 10 years? It's pretty good. But look at the bar for year 20. It's way more than double the year 10 bar. And then the jump to year 35 is just massive. That's compounding kicking into overdrive. The growth isn't a straight line. It's a curve that gets steeper and steeper. So what's the bottom line? Well, that steady 5,000 rupee monthly investment could, with an average return of 12% a year, grow to over 1 crore rupees. Think about that. A small, consistent habit turning into a life-changing amount of money. That's the incredible power of starting early and just sticking with it. And the best part? Kicking this off is so easy. Seriously, you just pick a mutual fund that fits your goals, decide how much and how often you want to invest, and then set up a simple auto payment from your bank account. That's it. You set it and you can pretty much forget it. All right, let's hit pause for a second and clear up something that trips up a ton of beginners. Is a SIP the same thing as a mutual fund? The short answer is no. And knowing the difference is super important. Honestly, this is the best analogy I've ever heard. Just think of it like this. The mutual fund is the car. It's the vehicle that's going to take you to your financial goal. The SIP is just your method of driving that car, steadily, consistently, and on cruise control. So, to put it another way, the mutual fund is the what. It's the actual investment product that holds all the stocks and bonds. The SIP is the how. It's the disciplined, automated method you use to put money into that product. You're using the SIP to invest in the mutual fund. Simple as that. Okay, let's bring this all home. Why does any of this really matter? Why should you care about SIPs? Because this isn't just some clever investment trick. It's a way to put your biggest financial goals, your future, on a smart, steady, and reliable autopilot. I love this. We all have subscriptions, right? For Netflix, for Spotify, for whatever. A SIP is just like that, a monthly payment, but instead of subscribing to a TV show, you are literally subscribing to your own financial freedom. The beneficiary is you. And really, at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Every monthly investment is like planting a tiny seed. At first, it doesn't look like much, but you keep planting months after month, year after year. And with patience and consistency, those tiny seeds grow into a massive, strong tree of wealth. So I'll leave you with this one question. We've seen the incredible potential of a simple, automated plan. Now, just take a second and think about it. What could your monthly subscription to your own future build? Look, we all have financial goals, but the path to getting there can feel like some big secret that's only for the super wealthy. But what if I told you there's a simple, automated tool that could help literally anyone build wealth one small step at a time? Today, we're breaking that down. Just take a second and really think about it. Is it that down payment on your first home? Your kid's education? Maybe it's a trip around the world, or just, the peace of mind that comes with a comfortable retirement. Whatever your dream is, well, it's not going to just happen on its own. It needs a plan. And that right there is the biggest hurdle for most of us, isn't it? The whole world of investing can feel like this super complex maze. It's filled with jargon, and there's this feeling that you need a ton of money just to get in the game. It can be totally paralyzing. Okay, so let's totally reframe this. This isn't just about investing. This is about building your financial future. And there's a way to do it that's accessible, it's manageable, and it's designed for steady, long-term growth. This is all about changing your mindset. You gotta forget this idea that you need some huge pile of cash to start. Instead, think of it more like a subscription service for your future. Small, regular payments that build up to something really big. And that is the powerful idea we're diving into today. All right, so what is this super simple, habit-based approach I'm talking about? It's time we officially introduce the solution to this whole puzzle. It's called an SIP, which stands for a systematic investment plan. It's pretty much as straightforward as it sounds. You just decide on a fixed amount. It could be the cost of a few movie tickets or what you spend on takeout each week, and that money gets automatically invested for you every single month. It's basically investing on autopilot. Set it and forget it. Here's a fantastic way to think about it. An SIP is like a gym membership for your finances. Just like how consistent workouts build up your physical strength over time, this system is building up your financial muscle. It turns investing into a disciplined habit that just works for you in the background. Okay, so we've got the what down, but how does this simple little habit actually go about creating wealth? See, it's not just about saving, it's about making your money work way harder for you. And SIPs have a couple of brilliant tricks up their sleeve to do just that. And these two so-called secret weapons are the real engine behind the whole SIP strategy. The first one is called rupee cost averaging, and the second one is the legendary power of compounding. Let's break them both down. We're always told that market volatility, all those ups and downs, is super risky, right? But here's the crazy part. With an SIP, that volatility can actually become your best friend. Because you're putting in the same fixed amount each month, you naturally end up buying more units of a mutual fund when the price is low and fewer units when the price is high. Let's look at this in action, because this is where it gets cool. So let's say you invest 2,000 rupees when the price, that's the NAV, is 100. You get 20 units. But then, check this out. Next month, the market dips, and the price gets cut in half, down to 50. Now, that exact same 2,000 rupees buys you double the units, 40 of them. And this is the real magic right here. You didn't have to stress about timing the market. You didn't have to guess the perfect moment to buy in. The system just automatically took advantage of that dip for you. It averages out your cost over time and totally removes the guesswork. And this brings us to what people have literally called the eighth wonder of the world, compounding. Basically, it's where your money starts making money, and then that money starts making its own money. It creates this incredible snowball effect that can lead to absolutely exponential growth over time. So, what does this snowball effect actually look like with real numbers? Let's run a scenario. If you invest just 5,000 rupees a month over 20 years, and let's assume a 12% average return, your investment could grow to, get this, around 50 lakh rupees. No, that is not a typo. That's compounding for you. Okay, let's break that number down, because this is where it gets absolutely mind-blowing. Over those 20 years, the money you actually put in from your own pocket is 12 lakh rupees. The other 38 lakh? That's not your money. That's your money's money. It's pure growth, just generated by your returns, working for you year after year after year. Now, all of this sounds great, but is it really for everyone? Well, the beautiful thing about an SIP is that it's probably one of the most democratic tools in all of finance. It's designed from the ground up to be accessible, flexible, and safe. Listen, you do not need to be rich to start building wealth. A lot of mutual funds will let you start an SIP with as little as like 100 or 500 rupees a month. This makes it absolutely perfect for students, young professionals, or really anyone who just wants to start small. Look, life is unpredictable, right? And your investments should be able to adapt. With an SIP, you can easily bump up your investment amount if you get a raise, or hey, even pause it for a few months if you need to. The whole thing is automated and designed to be super convenient. Okay, but what about the risk? That's a big question. Well, by investing in a mutual fund, your money is spread out across tons of different companies. That's called diversification. And like we just saw, you don't need to stress about trying to time the market. Plus, for that extra peace of mind, all mutual funds in India are regulated by SEBI, which ensures everything is transparent and safe. All right, so we've covered the what, the how, and the why. The only thing left to ask is when? And you know what? The answer is pretty much always right now. So let's go over a few simple guidelines to get you started on the right foot. So, how do you actually start? I've got 4 simple rules for you. Number 1, just start. Seriously, this whole perfect time thing, it's a myth. Number 2, think long-term. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a get-rich-slowly and steadily plan. You have to give compounding the time it needs to do its thing. 3, choose wisely. A fund for a down payment in 5 years is going to be way different from a fund for retirement in 30. Match the fund to your goal. And finally, and this is probably the hardest part, stay calm. Markets will go up and down. Your strategy is built for that. Trust the process. You see, an SIP is so much more than just an investment tool. It's a commitment you're making to your future self. It's the simple act of planting a small seed today for the financial security and freedom you absolutely deserve tomorrow. So the only question left is, what are you going to start growing today? Thanks so much for watching.